Coke and Patron, Coke and Patron, Coke and Patron, Coke and Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. If you're home on my phone and won't leave me alone, I'm like Steve, I'm like Coke and Patron. I'm on that Coke and Patron, 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 Coke and Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. I'm on that Coke and Patron, 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 Coke and Patron. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes on my scope. I'm hiding your hopes and inviting your hoes to hold their control. All this Coke and Patron, I'm hiding my soul, no eyes on my scope. I'm hiding your hopes and inviting your hoes to hold their control. All this Coke and Patron won't leave me alone. She say I treated her wrong, see I don't believe it at all. I don't trust her so outside of my own. I'm out of control, ain't bad all this long. Time to get back on the road. See these and stats get it sold. I'm scratching them off, just like the jackpot I'm on. Y'all touch on back on the wall. Reminiscing, playing basketball at the course for the gas. Now we draft for sport. Dick at your bows in the jersey with forces of Jordans was actually on. Nike and Reebok, the glasses was on. Now Gucci and Louis be on. Polo and Troy be on. I'm on it and Troy be on. I like a movie be on. I'm on that Coke and Patron, 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 Coke and Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes on my scope. I'm hiding your hopes and inviting your hoes. Coke and Patron, Coke and Patron, Coke and Patron, Coke and Patron, Coke and Patron. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes on my scope. I'm hiding your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold the control. All this Coke and Patron, I'm on Coke and Patron. Only 10 in the morning, I might fuck around and drink all of this shit. Smoking ozone with codeine inside of my swisher to compliment all of my hits. EBG waking up early in the morning, I push off the whip and get on with this shit. Ball with the wall off the wall till I fall up $1 million, 1 millions, we all getting rich. I'm on so much of this Coke and Patron, my blood alcohol comes and give all the suspense. Possibly leaning on promethazine in the moment while smoking the black in this bitch. Roll up the rest of the nuggets so blind that I just got a package, no bag in this shit. Just up the plus like a whole bunch of cars on the road, what that mean I was traffic and shit. Next year I'm moving my talents to Cali, I swear that I ain't looking back at this shit. I'm in your neighborhood service and nervous, all 24 hours, no grocery boy. Black and mix with the cushion and see with the rebels tonight, I'm on Coke and Patron. Yo, hold my phone and won't easy, but on the blame me blending Coke and Patron. I'm on that Coke and Patron, 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 Coke and Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. I'm on that Coke and Patron, 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 Coke and Patron. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes in my scope. I'm hiding your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold the control. All the Coke and Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes in my scope. I hide your hoes. Go on my phone and won't leave alone. I'm like me blending Coke and Patron. This Coke and Patron, Coke and Patron, Coke and Patron. This Coke and Patron, Coke and Patron, Coke and Patron, Coke and Patron, Coke and Patron. I need to focus on board. Not trying to open the door. My life was bogus before. I'm on that Coke and Patron. I'm on that Coke and Patron. I'm drinking, I'm driving, the sex and the meeting. I'm ready, I ain't going on. Coke and Patron, Coke and Patron, Coke and Patron.
Underrated, we the underdogs, underestimated, yeah. Underrated, we the underdogs, underestimated, we the one. We the one. Yeah, out of the darkness I rose up. Golden my soul, it's a gold rush. Yeah. Honor and freedom, I toast up. Kicking game on the snare drum. Hard on the beat, let it bleed out like sacrifices. Cut it open, emotions. Spilling like oil and coasting. Therapy for my mental, I'm pinning a pistol and shoot down the criticisms. Individually, I heard the voices that told us. Yeah. Throw dirt on my name and wish me the worst and scold us. Yeah. Shot through the heart and pray on.
Landmark has been cleared. Detecting landmark. Agent deceased.
That only made me go John Jones. HGH, I got the shortcut.
All right, everybody, what's going on? Welcome to the live stream. How's everybody doing today, man? Good to see you guys out. We're gonna go ahead and get into the meat of this video, which are some of the new updates that have come out for the Division 2. All right, I wanted to share this information with you guys just as soon as I got my hands on it, and I hope you forgive me because I'm a little bit under the weather. Alright, just had to do a little sound check right there, everybody. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. And like I said, I wanted to share with you guys blah 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 blah. I wanted to share this information with you guys just as soon as I came across it, so you guys will be a little bit more abreast on what's going on and what they're trying to do in the Division 2 to really kind of curb this whole cheating thing that's been going on. And I think it's actually a really, really good thing that they're really working on getting the cheaters out of the Division 2. I think that's a big thing. And I think Massive Ubisoft kind of realized, coming from the Division 1, I think Massive and Ubisoft kind of realized that they shot themselves in the foot, kind of screwed themselves over by not really allowing or having something in place to deal with cheaters. Like everyone, if you wanted to address someone that was cheating, you had to go to like the Ubisoft forum and, you know, send a couple messages there and go back and forth with them, you know. It wasn't a whole lot of fun. So what we're going to look at now is what Massive and Ubisoft have kind of come up with to address this whole lag and poor servers and cheating and all this other stuff. It's going to be a short video, but I definitely want to get this information out to you guys, all right? So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so what I have up on the screen right now is actually the list of changes that are being put in place specifically to help with those things that we just discussed. Alright, so these are the things that have been put in place to specifically address some of the things that we've been talking about, alright? And this is entitled the online experience and anti-cheat. So I believe, unlike Division 1, they're taking a proactive stance and trying to ensure we're just not getting our brains cheated out by, you know, people that are cheating in the game. And you know what, before I say any of this stuff, let me say that the Division is a community unlike any other one out there, okay? It's unlike any other community, because if you play Call of Duty, you play Fortnite, man, it's just understood. It's a given that people are going to be using strike packs and, you know, they're going to have any and everything that they can, and they're going to be putting it on you. And so I think in the Division, what makes this community so different is you just got to be good. If you're playing the Division, you got to be good. All right, so let's look at these one by one. And again, this is the online experience and anti-cheat. So the first thing that they're announcing is dedicated servers. So this is powerful physical machines with modular redundancy used exclusively for Division 2. So what that really tells me is that they're taking a little bit more and they're investing a little bit more into the Division 2. If anybody runs any kind of website or you know anything about that, when you share a server, you're sharing bandwidth, you're sharing, you know, essentially, you're sharing like the brains with another website, or in this case, another game. It's like you're kind of sharing that, and so by putting the Division 2 on dedicated servers, it's really going to help us out with lag and some of the things like that. Now, I don't know if you played the beta, but there were some lag instances going on there. But for the most part, it wasn't anything like we saw or maybe expected from the Division 1. So it's doing a whole lot better that way. The next one that we're going to look at, we're going to go up and down, is server coverage. We have extended the density of server sites in North America, Europe, Asia, and Oceania, and we will now have servers in South America as well. Look, man, I ain't trying to be funny, but them boys down in Brazil and South America, if you play the Division like I do, you know they come into servers and put the stank on you, man. You know they do. You know them boys that come in and their names are, you know, El Chapo 42 and, you know, Guzman 28, El Toro, Destructo. I mean, man, you know them, them boys coming through. They probably gonna be shooting through the walls. They probably got some other, you know, magic that they gonna put on you. So I actually think that that's not a bad thing.
Oh my God.
And that was specifically noted here in there, okay? The next one, and this is a really, really big thing right here, you guys. This is the meat of this video, and that is banning. Okay, banning. We will continuously track and permanently ban proven cheaters on first offense. That is huge. That is what I feel really killed the Division 1. Just the prevalence of glitches and cheats. You know, you're going through the walls. People are invisible. They're glitching all over the place. You know, like they're, you know, zooming all the way across the map. I think I posted a video a few months ago of this guy with the one-shot AR. Like, buddy was lag switching so hard. He came up and he was like, hey, I can shoot you one time and your Nomad will go off. And buddy, like, shot me what looked like one time. Boop, he was lag switching. But he shot me one time. Boop, Nomad gone. Okay, so people like that, they're saying that they will be permanently banned on first offense. I think that's huge, guys. I think that's huge. And what that's going to mean is it's going to preserve the Tom Clancy Division 2 community. Alright? And that's huge. Why is that huge? Because, as I said a little while ago, if you're playing Call of Duty, 90% of the people in Call of Duty are using strike packs. 90% of the people are using strike packs. I mean, you can, you know, say what you want to say about it, but 90% of the people are. Alright guys, I just had to verify something, but as I was saying, 90% of the people, they're using strike packs, they're using modded controllers. I mean, it is just a simple fact. If you're playing Call of Duty, if you're playing Fortnite, people are using some superpowers to play like they play, okay? And sometimes people will say, well, I don't use that stuff in Call of Duty. And to that, all I have to say is, well, I'm pretty sure you ain't on nobody's leaderboard. You're probably down at the lower, like, you got to scroll down at least 15, 25 seconds to find your name on any leaderboard. Because them boys in Call of Duty be jumping all around. Same with Fortnite, man, jumping all around. And I didn't know that for the longest time, that all these people were using strike packs. Until you start to talk to them, you know, without any, you know, condemnation, or you know, you just talk to people straight up, they're not going to tell you they're using a strike pack. But if you're like, oh man, you know what I'm saying, I was trying to get that strike pack, man, I don't know how to set it up. They'll be like, oh, go to this website and blah, blah, blah. And they're going to tell you they're using the freaking strike pack. Or they're using a a Cronus Max or some other type of controller. But in the Division, you guys, it's not acceptable. And I mean, you just got to be good. You understand? You just got to be good in the Division. If you're not, man, kick rocks. So again, that to my joy says we will continuously track and permanently ban proven cheaters on first offense. So proven cheaters are going to get banned on their first offense permanently. All right. Let's go to the next one, which are cloud servers. For the new Division 2, new for the Division 2 is that we are using cloud servers as a complement during spikes of high activity, reducing risk of queues. And so if you don't know what that means when you come into the game and you're sitting there in what we call the 99 screen of death, you know how sometimes you just sit it there for like 15 minutes, and you're just like, blue, 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 and you're just sitting there, you're waiting to get in because you cannot get into the game, and you just sit at 99 for like 20 minutes. Me and my homeboys, we call it the 99 screen of death. If you're sitting at the 99 screen of death, that is one of the things, and you're tired of that, that is what this is explaining, that the cloud servers are going to be used as backup so that you don't experience those queues. And hopefully, or some of the other game modes that you can play inside of Division 2, like the different PvP modes and the new features that they're going to have where you have to matchmake, hopefully that's going to actually help us out just a little bit with that as well. We're not going to be experiencing these long queues, sitting there waiting for 20, 30 minutes. I don't know how long you've played the Division, but if you're anything like me, when I first started playing the Division, I would turn the Division on. I would hit the start or play button, and then I would leave. I would straight up leave. I would go get some water. I would go, smoke a cigarette because I was smoking back then. I would go smoke a cigarette. I would go do something to, just to buy some time, or, I'd go get some chips or something, because I knew I was going to be sitting at that screen for like 10, 20 minutes. Now that's not supposed to be the issue with with them introducing these new cloud servers. So that's something that I'm really looking forward to. All right, the next thing, and we're going to go right back into what we just talked about in terms of banning. This is the anti-cheat. Easy anti-cheat is what the first column says. This is a new addition in the Division 2, providing a first line of defense, preventing with, is that what that says? Preventing with client memory, executable, and game data. So here's what I think that means, you guys. And I hope I can explain this, and I'm going to try to explain this the best that I can. One of the things that I experienced as a streamer is people will watch the live stream and then they would boot me offline. Okay, this happened quite frequently with the Division, and it made it really frustrating for me to live stream Division gameplay, knowing that once I hijacked a couple people, once I bodied a couple people, that more than likely I was going to get deltaed and booted offline. Okay, so when I first experienced that problem, what I did is I called, I think I was with, who was I with, you guys? I was with Comcast Xfinity, which is a cable company in the United States. I was with Comcast Xfinity. So I contacted Comcast Xfinity and I canceled my service. Okay, I canceled my service, and then I went over to AT&T, and I let them know with AT&T that I had been experiencing some of these problems, and I wanted a certain amount of security on my account. I didn't want blah blah blah. I explained it, and they hooked me up with a little bit more of a stronger security package for my internet. Hey, what's going on, Swoley? So after I had that stuff in place, I continued to get deltaed and booted offline. So I called AT&T back. I told him that I had paid for all of these services and I wanted to know why I was still getting booted offline. How were they, hacking my system, or what were they doing? What they told me is that first they went through and they checked all of their data, okay? They checked all of their data and they showed that in fact I was not hacked, okay? That my system itself had not been compromised. But what in fact was the case is that these hackers were actually hacking the Division. Does that make sense? They were actually hacking the Division game itself. So they were cracking into the Division servers, and they were like, however they were doing it, man, they were actually cracking into the Division servers and booting you offline, giving you deltas from the Division, inside the Division servers, not from your PlayStation or from like your home. You understand? So when you see this new item that says they have easy anti-cheat, and with the client memory, and they're talking about executable in-game data, what that's going to do is it's going to give you protection from people trying to actually hack the one, hack you, and then two, hack the game. If anybody knows who a live streamer named Darius P was, he was kind of accused of some things. Not too bad, but a lot of people that were playing the Division started not to like Darius P. So you can actually go back into his, I guess one of his early Division videos, and you'll see they hacked the Division and they completely stripped him naked. What's going up, Mazur? Why are you cheating, fam? Hey, man. Hey, listen. They completely stripped Darius P naked. I don't know how to find the clip, and I couldn't even tell you exactly which video it is, but it was the last time Darius P played the Division. Up until that point, excuse me. Up until that point, Darius P had been a really big Tom Clancy Division live streamer. He was constantly posting videos and updates and all this wonderful stuff, and everybody was always waiting for some new Darius P videos to come out. But I think Darius P started getting himself accused of cheating, and so Darius P logged into the Division one day, and Darius P was completely naked. And when I say naked, you guys, I mean his character was naked. Okay? His freaking character was naked. His character had no weapons, and whenever he tried to fire a weapon, he could never load his weapons or hold any ammo. His weapons would just click. He literally could not shoot. So this was this was the fate of Darius P in Tom Clancy's Division. Now I see him kind of showing back up and hanging around the Division 2, but he's probably gonna get mashed again if he gets into cheating like they say he was. He's probably gonna get mashed, and I suspect some of the other big YouTubers. I think Marco Styles is another one. Every time you see them come up on Marco Styles, everybody says he's a cheater, and they say he's cheating, he's using glitches, but when he live streams, he doesn't use them. So some of these people, if you see him live streaming and then you see him disappear, you're gonna know why. All right, not trying to cast no shade, but that's just what it is. And that altogether is what that first easy anti-cheat section is about. Then the second one is server protection. It says our dedicated servers are now more authoritative, preventing cheaters from modifying server side data we have also extended our cheat detection and auto ban protocols. So that auto ban protocol, that means unlike before, if somebody cheated, I don't know if you ever reported someone. I mean, when I got hit, was getting shot one day with a freaking Navy MP5, and I thought it was a shotgun, I reported somebody that day. I mean, I was running, and it was like bang, 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 and I went down, and the Joker said Navy MP5, and I was like, how is this guy shooting me like that with a Navy MP5 and it's hitting me like a shotty, like, 10 bullets is hitting me at once. And I quickly found out that reporting somebody for cheating in the division was extremely, extremely difficult. You had to log into the massive Ubisoft account, then you got to go through an entire string of questions and already been answered, and my question still isn't answered, and you want to speak to somebody, now you're in a queue. And I mean, it absolutely took so long, it wasn't even worth it at the end. And then when I did finally speak to somebody, I don't think anything ever came of it, to be honest with you. I don't think anything ever came of it. So to me, it was really not worth all the trouble that I went through. And ultimately, in the end, nothing ever happened to the guy. So to me, it was not worth it. All right. The next thing we're going to look at is find better connection. It says players can move to a server with a better connection. For example, if you have been playing with a friend on an overseas server, we display your connection status in game. All right. So this is kind of like what we have now, but what I believe it's just going to be a little bit more efficient, and that you're going to be able to change servers a little bit easier, and you're not going to have as much problem going back and forth between different servers. Okay, 1 second, let me close my door. All right, agents. So you're gonna have a little bit easier of a time trying to find a better server. To be honest with you, I don't know how you guys, how it is for you guys, but in the early days of the division, just because of the times when I was playing and how frequently I was playing, I had a lot of friends that I used to play with from China, a lot of friends from the Middle East, a lot of friends from over in Europe. A lot of these guys I used to play with, and I don't even see them online anymore. Or when I do see them online and I try to play with them, the servers are so laggy, it's not even worth it. And it really, really just kind of, I really want to play with these guys. I've known them for years. They're great players. But, when we get into the servers together, they're lagging so hard, and we couldn't find any way to, get a balance. So we often stop playing together. Me and these guys, we would get into servers, we would say what's up, talk to each other just a little bit, and then that would be it. And so what this new edition right here is going to do is it's going to give you the chance to work around that just a little bit and try and find you a server that is good enough for you and your teammate. Lastly, we have matchmaking. Matchmaking is provided for every game activity and difficulty level. Alright, so I think that really pretty much speaks for itself. I think that's just another fact that they're mentioning to give you a little bit more details about the online experience. Okay, I think that's really all that is there for us, just to give you a little bit more information about the online experience. So guys, that's it. This is an overall review of their new policy. So today we covered the dedicated servers, the server coverage, their new plans on banning, cloud servers, the anti-cheats, finding better connections, and matchmaking. The biggest thing that I think we need to take out of this are the banning and the anti-cheat. I think that that's something that everybody is really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to that. I'm not one of these guys that's just hyping up the game, and I really want to know what's going on with this anti-cheat, because when I get into the dark zone and somebody's already one-shotting me, and they've been playing the game for a week, it's stuff like that that makes people stop playing. It's stuff like that that made people stop playing the game. Maybe you're watching this review right now and you're saying, "Oh, you know what? I used to play the division, but I don't play it anymore because there's people cheating like freaking crazy." I think this is the devs' attempt to bring you back into the game and to keep me playing the game, because there's too many good games out right now that are on top of the whole cheating thing. Alright, y'all, so if you're new to the channel, man, I appreciate you guys coming through. I appreciate everybody coming through the channel, saying what's up to your boy. Big shout out to my man, Swole X, Namzul, Child of Light, everybody that's checking us out right now on YouTube and on Facebook. I appreciate you guys coming through the live stream. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Turn on bell notifications so you can come hang out when we get some more information. And definitely drop a like on the video. Y'all on Facebook, man, y'all drop some stars on the video. Y'all drop some stars on the video over there on Facebook. But hey, man, that's it, man. I appreciate you guys coming through. It's your man, Apex. I'm out. Y'all be easy.